Good morning, run junkies. Welcome to Runners Without Limits TV. The Cherry Creek Sneak is behind us. Yes, I did run yesterday, or 2 days ago. It's Tuesday. And the Colfax Urban 10 miler is just a few weeks away. So I learned a lot from running the Cherry Creek Sneak the other day. I'm glad I did it, but we've got a lot of work yet to do as we approach the A race of the season. So stick around, let's get it done this week. I really do have to thank everybody who's kind of reached out across the socials and, sent me best wishes and all of that stuff around the Run Disney bibs. Look, I get it. In the grand scheme of things, that is a first world problem. And at the end of my life, it is not going to make a lick of difference, really, in the grand scheme of the universe. I get that. So, first world problems. In my mind, there are far greater things to be concerned about. And my heart is heavy today because I'm thinking of my friend Estrella and how much love she needs right now. So, just, I'm trying to keep it all in perspective. All right, so the Cherry Creek Sneak, I went into that having crunched about 3 months worth of data from my training since marathon weekend. So a lot of that data is compiled not just by heart rate, but by power. So I use the Stride Foot Pod, link above for more information on that. And that has actually been reliably one of the closest race predictors that I use. Slightly better than heart rate, because heart rate can have the variability of weather. Now Stride can too, but this is actually a really good data point. So going into the Cherry Creek Sneak, my race prediction, my finish time was 55:11, give or take 2 minutes. My actual finish time when I crossed the finish line, 55:10. So extremely accurate. Now taking that information and extrapolating it to the Colfax Urban 10 miler, I can look fairly accurately at what I expect to do on that day. So my race prediction for that day is 1 hour, 55 minutes, 35 seconds, give or take 3 minutes. So as fast as maybe 1:52, or if it's a lousy day, I might end up at 1:58 or better. So that is the information I'm using going into the last 3 weeks of training. Now, seeing those numbers, I have to admit, I'm a little disappointed. I was hoping for a PR in a few weeks, and I was training really, really hard. I thought I had the right plan. But to be completely honest, September of 2017 was my 10 mile PR, and that came in at 1:46:10. So really, if I were to get real with myself, that's almost a full minute faster per mile than where I am right now in my running journey. So it's time to get real. It's time to reevaluate my race day plan. Again, I'm disappointed, but a lot has happened in the last few years, and I can tell myself to find some grace, but it's easier said than done. So the Cherry Creek Sneak is a really flat course. Not a whole lot of elevation gain and loss across the 5 miles. And while there are some false flats, it really can be considered a flat course. The weather was perfect that day. Absolutely glorious, perfect day for a run. And I gave it all I had. That was what I had that day. So while, no, I'm not happy with where I am exactly, I also know what the reality is. So I have to kind of come to terms with that, make some reevaluations around Colfax Urban 10 miler, but I also have to give myself a little bit of grace here. I've been kind of playing guinea pig with myself with different training philosophies. I tried run less, run faster. I've tried the Macmillan running plans, and I've kind of veered away from what's tried and true for me, which is the heart rate training. So now that I've kind of played around with my running journey, I know the things that work for me, and I know that I'm ready to get back to the things that do work, the things that I enjoy. I went out for a run. Yes, my run yesterday was just a low heart rate run, and I forgot how much I missed that. So I'm going to try to get back to basics here after Colfax Urban 10 miler, but in the meantime, I am going to make some goals around Colfax that are going to feel more attainable than the PR that I had set for myself at the beginning of this season. So I'm going to close it out here for this week. It was a really good training week, solid training week. We're coming into May now, and May is a streaker month. I do have some travel coming up this week, and we're coming into taper for the Colfax Urban 10 miler. I am where I am right now, and today's run was good because it showed me that the paces are correct, and I have to stop my watch. Hang on. I do want to say thank you to all of you who reached out and expressed your frustration and disappointment on my behalf in this past week when it came to the bib situation. In the end, I think it's working itself out, but I don't really have 100% confirmation details yet, but I think I will let you guys know as things go along. But I really do appreciate you guys and your support and all of that. Guys, that is going to do it for me. As we get into May, again, it is a streaker month, so I will be logging at least one deliberate mile, either walking, running, or hiking, something on my feet every day in May. So I really appreciate you sticking around. My question for you today is this: how was your weekend? Have you run any races so far this spring? And if so, how did they go? Please leave thoughts, questions, comments, and suggestions for future videos in the comment section down below. Please like, subscribe, and tell your friends. We'll see you on the next one. Until then, remember, you are a runner without limits. Happy running.